If I lost everything and needed to make 10K a month, here's exactly what I would do. I've helped dozens of others make a lot of money in AI using this exact same process.
This week and next week, we're going to have between 9 to 12 using the system and creating about, I would say, 15 to 20K MRR, a month.
So in this video, I'm going to show you my step-by-step plan so you can skip the trial and error phase and get results even as a total beginner. Imagine you're at a food truck festival, and truck A has a plain sign with burgers for $12, and truck B has a sign that says last burger you'll ever need, basically, satisfaction guaranteed, or it's free. It's the same chef, same burger, same ingredients. But truck A is barely getting any sales, while truck B has a line so long that you think they're giving away gold. And that's the difference between selling a commodity and making an offer nobody can resist. And it's exactly the same when you're pitching your services. When you reach out to leads, they don't know you, they don't trust you, and they're only making a snap decision based on one thing, which is they're thinking, what's in it for me? And if you sound like every other generic offer, you'll be ignored. So how do you fix that? Well, there's a specific framework that transforms any service into an irresistible offer. And it kind of boils down into understanding one thing. When someone doesn't know you, they're asking three questions. What will this get me? That's the result. What if it doesn't work? And who else got this result? That's why when we build out offers, this is critical to understand. So to dive a bit deeper, a service is what you do, and an offer is what the prospect gets. What that means is a service is something like AI automation for businesses, video editing, done for you cold email, while the offer is something like guaranteeing someone that an X amount of tickets get solved, they get a lot of views, which is defined and specific, and help them sign clients. And the reason I'm focusing on this so hard is because this is the hardest, most overlooked part where 90% of people mess up. Think about it like this. You walk past 100 restaurants, but you only go into one. And once you're inside, you look at the menu, you talk to the waiter, and you're probably gonna order something. Your offer is the restaurant window. It's what gets people to stop walking and come inside. Most people really obsess over silly little details like their sales script, their website design at first, but they're solving the wrong problem. The real battle is getting the stranger to care enough to give you 30 minutes of their time. And once someone books a call with you, they're already 80% sold. They've already decided that you might be able to help them. Now you just need to figure out exactly what they need and quote them a price. But if your offer doesn't really stop them in their tracks and make them think, I need to hear more about this, you never get that chance. This is why everything we covered about offers is so critical. Your offer is about describing what you do. It's about getting people to raise their hand and say, tell me more. And getting people on the call is 10 times harder than actually getting them to buy. And to get them to buy, we need step 2, which is build and test your performance-based offer. Now, let's create an offer and take it to market. So let's try this for an example. Let's take this niche, let's say real estate agents, and the solution we're going to have is a lead qualification chatbot. And our offer can be something like, I guarantee you 10 qualified sales per month or you don't pay. Here's how you'd structure it. The claim is 10 qualified seller leads monthly. The guarantee is no results, no payment. And the evidence is thus what you're building through testing. Now, you'll know your offer is working if you're getting tons of responses. People will be getting on calls with you. And if it feels like you need to climb mountains just to get one person interested, your offer really isn't strong enough. This is the hardest part, finding what market actually wants to buy. And once you find that winning combination, then you scale it. So here's the fastest way to test your offer. You want to first find 5 to 10 LinkedIn groups where your target niche hangs out. For example, real estate groups if you're targeting agents, marketing groups if you're targeting agencies, etc. And this is a simple testing process, all right? First, you create a basic demo. You screen record yourself walking through your offer and what you do for like 2 to 3 minutes. Nothing fancy, just show it working. Then you post your demo, drop it in the group, and say something like, I built this AI lead qualification bot for real estate agents. Anyone dealing with this that I can help with? Then you do direct outreach. You message people who engage with you. Don't be sneaky about it. Just ask, are you struggling with these things right now? And if not, then you'll have more data. And to get a bit more in depth, let me take you over these messaging frameworks that you can just copy and paste. Just for some added inspiration. So this is a bunch of messaging frameworks that we've seen work pretty well. I'll take you over a couple of them, but if you want access to all of them, inside our school, you'll see messaging frameworks inside the classroom under resources. Let's say you're messaging people on LinkedIn or you're making posts. You can always say something like, hey, name, saw the reason for how you're associated with them and thought of their company, and then say, you're helping real estate agents with follow-ups if they're open to a 10-minute chat. Nothing crazy, you just need volume and keep doing it. If you do that, and if they get on call, then what you want to do is just listen to their pain points. Let them tell you exactly what they don't like doing and what's broken in their business. This is pure market research, okay? Then you make your pitch. And if people are interested, they'll respond. If not, they won't. You'll know immediately if your offer is hitting or missing. And what you're really testing is if the pain point you're solving actually exists. Is this something they pay for? How would they describe the problem in their own words? And what results results would actually get them excited. Your main objective here is to just get on calls and see if people respond and are biting to your offer. And the critical mistake most people make is that they spend 3 weeks building the perfect demo, then find out nobody wants what they built. So before you touch any tech, you need to make sure your offer is working. If people are booking calls, getting excited about the concept, you know you're onto something. Now that we know people want it, let's build a basic demo for our lead reactivation offer. This is booked in AI. All you want to do is you're going to come here, you create system, and then there's already one. There's customer support, instant response, and lead reactivation. This is the one he's been doing. So you click on this, okay? And then all you need to do is just follow the steps. So let's say sample activation. Let's say we're going to do just phone calls for now, but you can do phone calls, SMS, and WhatsApp, and we'll build the exact templates for double dialing, all that stuff for you. So continue with the one channel. And then if you want to, you can import new or use existing. So if you import new, it's just going to ask for your Twilio. So I'm just going to use existing because all you need to do is just go to Twilio and copy and paste. I'm going to hit use existing and click this. Cool. So now you can create a new agent or use an existing one. I'm going to create a new one. And let's call this agent Hater Tom. And you can see here also everything is happening. Okay, now it wants to know about my company. So booked in. Should I call your assistant? Tom React. I don't know. What service do you offer? Helping people activate leads with AI agents. Boom. To qualify and book in prospects. It even asks for your website. If you have one, you can put it in. So this is our website, for example. And what it'll do is it'll scrape your website and learn about your product. So continue. For now, that one I can hit skip. Boom. Okay, cool. So normally I remember it used to be very hard to create agents. So we just streamlined that process for you. And now the agent is set up. And now what you want to do is connect it to your calendars, right? So for example, these are some things I already have connected. But if you wanted to connect a new one, you can just find something like here. If you wanted something like high level, for example, or HubSpot, there we go, like HubSpot, you can search it there. But I'm just going to use Google Calendar for now, okay? So all you have to do is hit connect and you'll see this thing pop up and then you can hit your calendar with OAuth and it will connect. Okay. So I'm going to hit my calendar here. Continue. Okay. So Google Calendar authentication set up. It's configuring the tool. So now I got connected successfully. And what I can do is continue with this one app. If you wanted to attach more apps and do things like make your agent send emails, etc., you could choose this. But right now I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to continue with Google Calendar. Okay, cool. This is configured. Now, because we're doing lead reactivations, we probably have a list of leads, right? So you can either create a new one or use an existing one. So let's create a new one. Let's say you don't have one. And there's two options you can do. You can download a CSV or just upload one of yourself. But just to show you, I'm going to show you this list template. I'll open it up. And then boom, you see this, right? I'm just going to change my number. I'm going to put my number in here. 24711. And I'm going to change my name. So now let's save this, export to CSV, and you can just save here, CSV filled. Okay, so let's upload our CSV. Okay, there we go. Let's preview and map the fields. Pretty simple to do there. Okay, first name, last name, email, and phone number. Boom, it can find all those things. And then this is just a list of one to show you what's going to happen, all right? Okay, now what it's doing is it's creating the strategy. So what a strategy is basically when we reactivate these leads, it's going to double dial, it's going to text them if we didn't see it, and then go through all that, right? So now it's created. Cool. Now we can go see the system. Yeah, I think we called it test. So here. Right here, you can see this is the strategy. And if you hit it, you can configure the strategy if you want. You don't have to do anything with this per se, but this is just showing you that, hey, it's going to call them every day until they kind of get qualified, etc. We handle this complexity for you, so it's a little easier. But let's go back in. And if you wanted to see the agent and, open up the hood and then see a bit more into it, you can hit configure here. And then you'll see we auto generated the prompt for you. We added the tools like right here for the MCU tool for the voice. And then this is the voice channel we talked about. All right. So this is just me showing you around. And then if you want to see what happens, it's very simple. Then you can choose to execute the campaign. Let's say you uploaded the list or test with one lead. And that's about it. When you execute this, you will see I'm going to be getting a call. So I just said execute campaign and I'm getting a call right now. So, whoops. Hello.
Hey, this is Reactivator Tom from Book It, and how are you doing?
Hi, how's it going?
Thanks for asking. How about you? How's your day going? Is
Okay,
there
whatever. Yeah, this is gonna annoy me. I just realized because it's gonna call me again because I didn't meet the objective tomorrow or the day of, based on this strategy. But it's pretty much that simple, right? First day call, you wait 4 hours, and you call again, and then there's a bunch more. But regardless, what I wanted to show you is essentially like how easy it is that you can set up these kind of lead reactivation campaigns. And if you want to, get a bit more in depth, you can go ahead and do so. But for anyone that just wants to get on a platform, copy and paste, or just like fill out a form and then do lead reactivations, you can do it with this. All right. And that's exactly what Igor did. Here's a step-by-step system. So step one, you want to source proven templates. You find frameworks that already work, like Hormozy's books, proven case studies, etc., and you don't create it from scratch. Adapt what's been tested. Remember, this demo isn't your final product. It's just a proof of concept for you to close more calls. You'll build a real thing after you sign the client. And the goal is simple. We show them exactly what they're buying so they can visualize the result. When people buy services, what they're actually purchasing is the transfer of like logistical intensity. And the more intensity you can allocate towards yourself, the more somebody will pay for you. So let me show you how to communicate that. Now we want to iterate. Think about what McDonald's did. They didn't invent the hamburger. They just took proven recipes that already worked and systemized the execution. McDonald's just took what's already proven to work and focused on systems to do the fulfillment. That's exactly what you're going to do here. Instead of trying to become a market expert overnight, you're going to be taking proven templates like Hormozy's lead nurture sequence that have worked for hundreds of businesses and let AI handle the execution. But how do you do that? Like for example, when we were building the platform, we made sure we took a bunch of templates from people that already had experience in building these things, and then we built those into templates. So when you're building these AI agents, your sequences are already baked in. What you want to do is you want to show your clients the proven templates and frameworks you're using. For example, the one I just showed you, get their feedback on the messaging and positioning, and test the bot with them. Make them your beta tester, and then make adjustments before launching. Step 3, after that, is just to monitor and iterate. Track the results weekly or daily if you can, and then make data-driven improvements based on the performance. The entire thing we want to make sure is we're getting data to build case studies, which brings us on to step 4. And step 4 is to create case studies and collect testimonials. Based on the work you're doing for this client, for free, you need to collect some goodwill and testimonial so you can say you have the experience and show your expertise. And here is the system to collect the testimonials. This is your 3-step system, all right? So step 1, you send the message like, hey, name, I'm trying to collect as many case studies as I can to sign more clients. Would you be able to do a video interview with me to talk about the results we got for you? And 95% of them say yes. Most clients are happy when you simply just ask, and then you just record it and post it on YouTube, use it in your sales calls, whatever. The reality is that the entire function of your business is to become a case study production machine. You have no other purpose but when you're running this kind of service. Every client becomes social proof for your next sale, and there's no such thing as too many case studies. Then you want to repeat what works and then automate it. So you post your testimonials and your results everywhere, like YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. And remember, these case studies are responsible for like 50 to 80% of what gets people to buy from you. The growth of your company is directly related and tied to how much social proof you have. So now that you have some social proof and some clients, you can use that to invest in cold email and content. We want to make sure we're investing in these only after we have a proven offer, some evidence and case studies, and the ability, because now other people from the case studies can tell you know what you're talking about. And this will basically create a compounding effect that separates you from everyone else trying to shortcut this process. And the hardest part really is building this prerequisites. Once you have a proven offer, some case studies, and the ability to deliver, you can simply hire agencies for cold email, create content, and set up funnels to get clients on autopilot. That's the easy part. But the upfront work is what kills most people when they're trying to get from 0 to 10K a month. The thing is, even though you know how to build an AI business part-time, there's one more thing you need to master, because if you don't learn these tools fast, you'll waste months in tutorial hell instead of making actual money. So watch this video next where I'll show you how to actually put these strategies in practice.